So you've probably heard this acronym MCP floating around the AI world. And you might be asking, what in the world is that? Well, I can tell you what it's not. It's not some evil movie villain, but it is a super powerful tool that's totally changing how AI talks to, well, everything else. So let's get into it. Okay, so first things first, we got to clear something up right away because believe it or not, there are actually two different things out there called MCP, a classic case of mistaken identity. So which one is which? Let's talk about the older one first, the one that's been around for a bit. Meet the first MCP. This awesome robot comes from the University of Massachusetts Lowell. And yeah, its name is a total throwback. It's named after the Master Control Program from the classic movie Tron. Super cool robot for sure. But this isn't the MCP we're here to talk about today. This isn't the one that's making all the waves in AI. See, there's a new MCP in town, and this one is all about helping AI systems finally connect with each other and, actually work together in a smart way. So to really get what this new MCP is all about, we first have to talk about a super annoying problem. And the best way to think about it is to imagine you're packing for a big trip around the world. Just picture this. You're going to 10 different countries, and you need 10 different clunky power adapters just to charge your phone. What a nightmare, right? Well, that's exactly what life has been like for developers trying to get an AI to talk to all the different apps and tools we use. A total mess. And this really leads it all out. Before MCP, you were stuck with this crazy situation. Developers had to write all this special custom glue code for every single connection. Think about it. If you have, say, 10 different AI models and 20 different tools, that's 200 different connections you have to build from scratch. And if one thing changes, everything breaks. It's an absolute nightmare to maintain. But the goal, what everyone wanted, was so simple. Just one standard connection, one universal power adapter for everything. And that is exactly where our new MCP comes into the picture. It's the simple, elegant solution that everybody's been waiting for. Honestly, if you remember one thing, let it be this. MCP is basically the USB-C port for AI. That's it. Just like how USB-C finally gave us one single plug for our phones, our laptops, everything, MCP is creating that one single, standard way for an AI to plug into any other system out there. It is a total game changer. So what does MCP actually stand for? It's Model Context Protocol. And it's super important to know this isn't some company's product. It's an open source standard, like a public rulebook everyone agrees to use. And it's what lets an AI, like ChatGPT, finally reach out and connect to your calendar or your work files or Slack and actually do stuff for you. Okay, so we get the what, but what about the how? How does this thing actually work under the hood? Well, let's use another analogy. Let's think about a restaurant. All right, so you're in the restaurant. The AI you're talking to, that's the dining room. That's where you make your request, right? I'd like to schedule a meeting. Then the MCP client acts like the waiter. It takes your order, your request, and carries it back to the kitchen. Now the kitchen is where the MCP servers are. Think of each server as a different station in the kitchen. You got the Google Drive station, the Slack station, the calendar station. They all work on their part of your order, and then the waiter brings the finished result right back to you. Simple, right? And it's this simple, brilliant system that lets AI take this huge leap forward. A leap from just being a chatbot to something so much more. Look, until now, AI has been fantastic at talking. It can write essays, summarize articles, have a conversation. But with MCP, for the first time, it can actually start doing things. Let's take a real-world example, like customer support. Before, an AI could maybe answer a simple question. But now, with MCP, it's a whole new ballgame. That same AI can now search the company's entire knowledge base, it can send a detailed response, it can create a support ticket, and it can even figure out when to escalate the ticket to a real person. It's not just answering questions, it's actively solving the problem. And this is the key. It's a totally new way to think about AI. We're not just handing it a book and telling it to read. We're giving it a whole toolkit and saying, here, go figure it out. So let's wrap this up. What's the big takeaway? What's the most important thing to remember about the Model Context Protocol? This right here sums it up perfectly. In the old way of doing things, you were the chef. You had to write the entire recipe step by step, and the AI was just one little ingredient you used. But with MCP, it's completely flipped.
Now, you just stock the kitchen with all the tools and ingredients, the capabilities. And the AI is the chef. It figures out the recipe all by itself.
So why does all this matter? Well, for one, it solves that massive integration headache for developers, which saves a ton of time and money. It also gives us a secure, standard way for AI to take action on our behalf. And maybe most importantly, it future-proofs everything. It builds the foundation for the even smarter AIs that are just around the corner. And that really brings us to the most exciting part. This isn't just about cleaning up messy code. This is about unlocking a whole new universe of what AI can do. So I'll just leave you with this question to think about. What problems would you solve if any AI could securely and intelligently use any of your tools? The possibilities are pretty much endless.